actually it was inspired by a friend. She's a poet, and it's also inspired by a lot of women that I've actually talked to about this. But she's a poet, and obviously, I'm part of a group called Psychosenses, and there's a lot of other poets in the group which we all have different talents. I have a friend who's really, really good at imagery. He says something, and you're like, it's like watching a movie. It's ridiculous. I have people who are really good at metaphors and similes. Like, it's crazy. And one day we were sitting down and we were talking about where people's minds go when you write. And she was just like, I wish I could do this, and I wish I could do that. Like, I wish I was a good poet like you guys. And when I heard her say that, I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you are great the way you are. And one of the things that I had to see is we see a lot of things from an outside perspective. We don't always know what's going on the inside with somebody. So this is kind of where this comes from. She said, mold me. She wanted me to take her raw talent and unfinished beauty and make it into something great. She wanted me to take bits and pieces of what she sees as good. She wanted me to make her a makeshift masterpiece, deaf to the fact that her hair strands are like strings on an acoustic guitar tuned perfectly in place so that when touched just right, everyone in earshot was consumed by this audio light playing notes of knowledge unheard. But if you were around when the wind blew, you might catch a tune or two. With ears like altars, come lay down your fears, your regrets, your impurities. They will baptize your lips and cleanse your heart. You could shower in her understanding with eyes like centerpieces. Though not always the focal point, when focused on, they captivated everybody in the vicinity. A nose, just as slanted as her perception of you. Because no matter what you do, those centerpieces always see the good in you. Cheeks like a sandy beach, her hugs or vacations I never want to return from. A smile like catching every green light when you're about to be late for work. She is work. A face like God saying, don't you dare doubt my existence because y'all are not advanced enough for evolution to claim credit for her.
Yeah. Come on now.
She said, mold me. Not knowing she had stars in her skin and the sun in her fingertips and toes, so no matter what time of day or night, she always stood just in the right light with the chest like a safety net, comfortable enough that whenever you landed, wherever you fell from, you contemplated going back and jumping on purpose, just to have a reason to return. Her body is perfect with waist and hips, brushstrokes of genius and abstract thighs that made you stare just long enough to wonder if you were meant to understand their true meaning. Putty in my hands. Her knees are like wrecking balls. Nothing will stop her from moving forward. And her calves are like pillars that keep her frame steady, even when the world seems a little too rocky. But when they are in heels, they are as beautiful as prayers. And her feet, well, as cute as they are nothing more than reminders. She's human. She walks like the rest of us, even though she seems to glide. She said, grow me from the garden of something great. Mold me. And I replied, even though you don't see the masterpiece that I do, even if I wanted to, I can't. God beat me to it.
Yeah.